For those of you watching this video right now, I'm pretty sure you're in exactly the same position that I am in right now. I'm sure you've been looking out the window today and you've realised that it's absolutely hammering it down with rain and you cannot go out and earn any money cleaning cars. By the way, this is not a terrible thing. This is just a minor blip and it's part of the journey that you're probably going to be going through, especially if this is going to be your first ever winter as a car cleaner. It doesn't get any easier. The longer you do it, you find it does start tackling your body and oh my God, does it wear you down year on year. But you can get through it. You've just got to be very positive. And in this video today, I'm going to break down some of the top ways that I made money on the side, which ultimately led me to doing YouTube, which is now earning more money than being a car cleaner. So despite the fact I am a car cleaner, I earn more money from not car cleaning than I ever thought I could do. And I'm going to explain how I've done these things. And later on, I suppose once I hit 100,000 subscribers, I probably will give away everything you need to know in terms of how much it's actually cost me to run a YouTube channel, because believe it or not, it's not free. It's free to set it up. But once you start diving into buying things like all your camera equipment, getting a unit and all these other things, it really does start to go into thousands per month. But I'd love to share how much I'm earning from it and how much I make from doing other sponsors, affiliate commission and things like that, as much as I can possibly give you. So as soon as we hit 100,000 subscribers, I will make that video because I think it's something that really could open your eyes, especially if you've never even done anything like this and you're just thinking about it. Right, so the first way that I started making money was through Amazon affiliate programs, Amazon Associates, if you want to call it that. Basically, what would happen was I'd go carry out a deep clean, and then after a while, I'd say to the customer, right, it's all in your hands now. If you buy any products from this list, I recommend, X, Y, and Z. Basically, I gave them a complete list of everything that I personally recommend that the beginners should be using if they wanted to maintain their car after I've given it a full deep clean or a machine polish. Basically, if they went onto my website, they then clicked something, they bought something, I would get a percentage of that sale. And it is pretty easy to do. The problem that you might face from this solely relying on this complete system is you're not going to be able to make a massive amount of money if all you're doing is giving out your links once or twice a day. Bearing in mind on my YouTube right now, I think for my Amazon affiliate account, I'm getting about 2,000 clicks per day. And trust me, it is still not making enough that I couldn't just live off the Amazon money if everything else went completely catastrophic. But I started making money and I was getting excited because I was making around, I think at the time it was about £50 to £100 a month. And that was just from doing Amazon Associates. And I was like, hang on, there's more to this. Maybe I could go into something else. And this is where the next thing kicks off. So I started my very own YouTube channel. It was about 4 years ago. I set it all up. I didn't tell anyone for 6 months. I literally just kept it to myself. Nobody in the family knew what I was doing. I just thought I'd do some videos, see what happens, and I hope for the best. And I think it was once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I thought I was a big deal back then. Crikey, I was really chuffed about that. And it was pretty good because I was actually making some money through YouTube, which was fantastic. And I thought I was making a fortune at a time. It was making about £60 to £100 a month, just consistently for about 4 or 5 months. That's all it was really doing. And I thought, well, hang on a minute. I'm actually making a passive income here. I'm not actually working whatsoever. I'm literally letting the algorithm do its magic. Some people liking the videos that they really do like. Are the ones that just constantly get pushed. But the more I dove into it, the more I realized that, oh my God, there is something to YouTube. If you've never even considered it before and you've never been on a camera before, well, I'm going to be honest with you, neither had I. It was 4 years ago. I'd never even filmed myself. I hated having my pictures taken. And my first video was awful and I've set it to private. So I don't really want to show you, but I will show you a quick snippet anyway. So on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the big boy blower. We're going to give this one a nomination for the world's stupidest name in the world. But anyway, yeah, it was pretty appalling. I did a video on the big boy blower. It was a car dryer. It was pretty good. It didn't really last me that long because I was quite rough with it. And yeah, sparks flew out of it and it nearly killed me. But that's for another day. And the thing was with that video, that was my first ever attempt at making some content. And the funny thing was, I started putting affiliate links to other products that I actually recommend and I liked on that video. And it was making me some money. And I thought, okay, this is pretty good. It was only like last year or the year before, I just said, I've got to delete this video. It's absolutely horrendous. And I've done it with other videos. I think I've lost about 100 videos on this journey. So you might see I've got 150 videos on this channel, but I actually done about 250. They're just long gone. So I was making money on YouTube. I signed up to the AdSense program. I was only making like around 120 quid a month. I was quite happy with that at the time. And I was making about 100 a month on Amazon. So there was a few hundred quid every month coming through. And I was thinking, well, that was pretty good. Where else can I go with this? And then that got me thinking, well, I need to look at my outgoings, because my outgoings were astronomical. So I started getting in contact with companies and saying, look, if you can potentially send me some products which will help me reduce my outgoings, I will quite happily feature them on the channel. Obviously, I'm not going to feature them if they're a load of rubbish, because you don't really want that bad reputation. You only want to be putting good products in front of anybody else, especially if it grows later on down the line. And that's what I did with several companies. So it wasn't a case that companies were actually paying me any money for anything, but what they did was they sent me the free products. But then it was a few months later, they'll contact me back and say, we're actually selling a few things here. How about we give you X amount of commission per every sale if they use your code? I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then I realised after a couple of months, I was doing about 800 a month just from using a discount code. And I was actually doing quite well. So at that point, I was clearing, must have been about over £1,000 a month. And I was thinking, okay, there's definitely something to this. So I was making more and more videos. But the problem was, the more videos I was making, I wasn't quite making the right ones. Honestly, with YouTube, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. It's just very hit and miss. You can honestly never know what's going to happen. I had a video that hit 1 million views and I uploaded it 5 months ago. Whereas I did a video I did a few weeks ago and it's plummeted 4,000 views. It is definitely a love-hate thing with YouTube. You've got to have a lot of patience. And the problem is with most people, they set up a YouTube channel, 3 years down the line, they would have only made £1,000 in 3 years and they probably would have spent months and months working on it. But what they don't realise is they're literally 2 weeks away from blowing up and earning anything up to £10,000 a month. They're that close and it's getting ridiculous. And I've seen so many good creators literally jack it in because they simply don't really want to invest any more time because they don't believe in themselves. And I'm watching it thinking, this is actually good. We just tweak these little bits here and there. They could actually be a lot bigger than I am. And as long as you're going to be utterly fearless and utterly ruthless for that matter, the last thing you want to be doing, if you're going to start a YouTube account, the last thing you want to be doing is acting shy in front of the camera. If you really don't want to be on the camera, you can make quite a lot of money with a faceless car detailing channel. There's a lot of these ASMR channels where they're just basically, they're not detailing videos, they're therapy videos. And a lot of people watching before they go to bed. Not really my cup of tea. I don't really want to be the reason that somebody falls asleep. I don't want my videos to be that boring and that dull that somebody's literally going to pass out to them just because they like the sound of a pressure washer going off. It's just not really my cup of tea. I'd rather be right in front of the camera. I would rather be the person that they come to. I'd rather them come to see me instead of the topic that I'm talking about. So YouTube would definitely open some more doors. And here's the funny thing, right? It was my first year into YouTube. In the first year, it was about 13 months into it, where it got to the point where I was thinking, am I actually cut out for this? I'm not very good at this at all, am I? And then I had a call from Channel 4, and then Channel 4 obviously put me on live TV. 7 days later, I got a gig with BBC doing live TV. And then 12 months after that, I landed a deal with Channel 5. And I just thought, it literally got to the point where I really didn't think I had any confidence in myself. I wasn't sure where it was going. But it's funny because the videos that got me on TV were my really bad videos that people would watch and they go, oh, we love that video. And I'm like, it sucks. It was so bad. But it just goes to show you, you never know who's watching on that other side of the screen. And that's what I love about YouTube. It's the fact that you can get sponsorships. You can get bigger things like TV, which, by the way, that actually paid quite well. I'm not going to lie. That was a lovely little thing to have. And there's nothing more exciting than seeing your face on the telly just for doing something that you really enjoy doing. Now, if you can get yourself a good enough following, you're bound to get some sponsorships along the way. You can be ambassadors for so many programs out there. There are a lot of companies who want to work with a lot of content creators. I want to give you a prime example because you have companies such as Turtle Wax. Basically what will happen is they will go to any social media account where somebody's got like a moderate following, let's just say that. They don't have the biggest following, but they have an engaging following. And the thing is, what they will do is they won't actually pay these creators to do anything. They basically send them a load of products, invite them to go and see the release video of everything that comes out and basically say, go create some stuff and we'll probably share it. And a lot of people do that, and it's great for Turtle Wax because companies like that get free advertising without doing absolutely anything. There's no risk to them. It's only going to cost them a little bit on shipping and the chemicals, and you get some free products. You get to make a video. I'll be honest, I've done a few Turtle Wax videos and they've literally blown up, and I've had people comment, go, oh, you must be sponsored by Turtle Wax. No, I made the video because Turtle Wax videos do pull in a lot of views. That's literally the only reason why I'd made them. It wasn't because I literally went out and purchased these products myself. They send you these products to test. If they're going to be innovative and they're going to be the hottest topic, you have to make a video on it because that's why they blow up. And if they blow up well on YouTube, it blows all your other videos up. Guess what comes along with all those views? Extra money. So you've got to get in there. You've got to message these companies. You've got to put yourself out there. You want to be seen. I don't care whether you do it on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Reach out to companies. If they're really not interested, then go out, buy some of their products, do a feature video and show them what you're capable of. If you want to get somebody's attention, the best way you can do that is by buying their products, make a video on their products, bring in some views, bring in some sales and say to them, how much money did you make from my video? And you will see they will soon be jumping for you. And trust me, when you get these discount codes as well and you can make X amount of commission per sale, it really does add up. Honestly, as way as a passive income goes, when you've got rainy days like today, there's no other better way that you can go out there and earn any money, because the problem is when you're a car cleaner, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to subcontract loads of cars out, because at the end of the day, all the other car cleaners, most of them are stuck indoors anyway, when it really is that bad. And it's all well and good you saying, okay, well, you've got a detailing studio, you could bring the cars in. Trust me, clients don't want to get their cars done. If they know it's going to be peeing down, by the time they collect that car and they ruin it again, they normally just cancel anyway. So it's not just mobile guys who are suffering. Detailing studios also have the same problems. Now, you can make money through Instagram and TikTok, but the thing is, a lot of companies don't really like paying out car detailers in particular for doing work on those types of platforms because they want more engaging videos. The thing is with TikTok, because you don't really have much control of this audience, it's very lucky dip, hit and miss. TikTok will just show it to whoever, even if it's got no relevance to their life whatsoever. So you could get 1 million videos on a TikTok video and you're still going to make less money because there's going to be less engagement than a YouTube video that's had about 1,000 views. And that's no joke. I've done some comparable tests and I've tried it with a few other creators as well who've shared their insight. And I was shocked when they were going, I've had 1 million views and I've not even had 0.2% conversion rates into sales. And I'm doing YouTube videos that are hitting somewhere along 8 or 9% conversion. And they're going, well, I must be doing way better than you, because if I'm getting 1 million views and you're only getting a few thousand, you can't be doing well. And I'm thinking, God, bloody hell, if only you knew the truth. So don't go thinking that because TikTok can get you millions of views very quickly. It's also a very lazy way of getting the views because, like I said, you don't know who's going to be watching them. Oh, let's just chuck up any snow phone video or me with ASMR or whatever it is. You're not targeting the car cleaners. If you're going to be selling a product, you really have to hit down with some proper engagement, some proper information as well. Just get in front of them, explain what the product can do, show the product in action and how it can benefit their lives. If you're just going to do odd videos of snow foam or rinsing or whatever, it's basically the same old tat that you see every day. You're not really going to be making a lot of money. Yeah, you're going to get the views and you're going to get this vanity number where you can get hundreds of thousands of followers. Don't get me wrong. There's no shame in that. That's amazing if you can get that. But when you walk past someone in the street, trust me, even if you've got less subscribers on YouTube, you're way more likely to get noticed. TikTok just doesn't have that proper audience. I think most people who watch TikTok are about 16 to 18 years old. Most of them are bloody skint anyway. They haven't even got any money. So I always target the mature audience, the people who actually want to invest their time in watching a quality video, give them the information and make some money on the side. Another way you can earn a lot of money is through doing blogs. Now, YouTube actually have this clever feature called the community post, where you can write up blogs, and in those blogs you can put links as well. So you can actually do reviews on products without doing reviews. So you don't really need to be on camera all the time. You can do a written review. You can write up a full description about a product, what you thought in testing. Although it is quicker and easier for some of you just to press record, you can do it this way as well, and then you can put your affiliate links in it. Just don't overstuff it, because YouTube will clamp down on that and you probably will get yourself kicked off. So if you put 1 million different links on a community post, it probably wouldn't work. But yeah, again, you can do this with your Instagram and your TikTok. It doesn't have to be gospel that you are literally just set with this YouTube stuff all the way. But if you want to do blog posts, get yourself a website set up. You can get them through Squarespace and Wix and places like that. They're peanuts to run. And even if you don't want to do that, you can go down, I think Google even own a free blogging site called Blogger. There's so many other options you've got out there just to get some articles up. If you really do believe in yourself and you believe you are a decent car valeter or a detailer and you have a lot of wisdom you want to share, honestly, you can set up a private Instagram page, charge X amount per month to have invite-only people join. So I would charge, for example, £10 to £20 a month, and I'd let people join this group. Then I'll be on call 24/7. I know someone else who does that. I'm really gutted I didn't think about that idea before him, because I think it's a fantastic idea. You can have an exclusive Instagram page dedicated where you can just have people reply to comments and they can DM you, and that way you can separate genuine DMs from spammy ones, because I'm getting hundreds every single day and there's a lot I just don't reply to, but not because I don't want to, but just because I don't have time. I could spend all day replying to 100 comments, but then by the time I wake up tomorrow, there could be another 200 comments. And I'm thinking, well, I can't get anything done. This just doesn't work. So if I don't reply to you, I'm really sorry. I'm not being rude. It's just genuinely not possible. But if I was charging a flat fee or something like Patreon, I know a few people do Patreon as well, but now more people are using this Buy Me a Coffee as well. That's a great thing, by the way. Oh my God, I'll tell you a funny story, because I put that Buy Me a Coffee link on a video, and I did a community post on YouTube saying, oh, I've got a Buy Me a Coffee page. Someone gave me 100 quid and he was from America. I couldn't believe it. And then he bought a t-shirt as well. Selling merchandise is a great thing to do. But it all comes with trying to build this brand around your personality. It's one thing being amazing at car cleaning, but you've also got to sell yourself as well. You've got to be very good at having the gift of the gab. There's quite a few detailers I know out there who are so good at what they're doing, and they don't even have YouTube channels or anything like that. They might just run off Instagram. They may not have the biggest following, but they sure as hell have a loyal following. I know the weather's horrendous outside, but you've got to be positive, open your arms, open your eyes, get creating. If you're out there cleaning cars every single day, just get your most of you are going to have your phone or a GoPro on you. Simply get out there, get filming, make anything. It doesn't matter if it's a 1-minute video, a 2-minute video. You can still make a hell of a lot of money just from a 2-minute video. Trust me, I'm living proof of that. If an idiot like me can go out and do it, and I never had any experience on camera 4 years ago, then anyone can do exactly what I've done. How do you think this whole unit was paid for? How was my vehicles, my lifestyle? Everything was paid for, not just through car cleaning, but from the social media side. Because every time that the car cleaning was going down like this, and I was losing work because of the weather, the social media balance was going up like that. And then when I get busier with the cars, the social media goes down. So you're always going to have this fine balance, but it's always nice to have that backup. Instead of just relying on the cars going up and down with your money going good then bad, you've got this social media thing on the side. Honestly, it is the way forward. I know if everybody did it, we would all be doomed. But I still think it's a great idea for some of you. I know there's a lot of you out there who have got the confidence to do it, but you just haven't pressed record yet. Get out there, get filming on your phone, on your GoPro, see if you can make some money and give yourself a challenge. Even if you said to yourself, right, I want to learn this process. I'm going to sit and study, and I'm going to give myself 30 days to make 50 quid. It sounds bonkers. It sounds like it's a lot of hard work and not worth it. But trust me, it is. Because if you can do 50 quid, you could do 5,000. If you do 5,000, you could do 50,000. And speaking of bad weather outside, if you haven't seen the first ever video on my brand new channel where we take a VW van and we tried to convert it into a camper van, not quite like this, then do go check that video out right now. I will put it up there. And if you love videos like this, go watch this one right now.